a kind of a public service announcement for anyone, any of my viewers, any new visitors to my YouTube channel, welcome. I make content about solar, residential solar and whatnot. But anybody who's returning and watching my channel and videos, I've been trying to kind of keep you up to date on what's going on with solar in California and now solar on a national level. If you are contemplating, thought about wanting to eventually install solar on your house, but you want to purchase it and take advantage of the tax credit, the federal tax credit, that is at risk of going away. There is that budget reconciliation bill that is going to be going through the Congress to be voted on very soon. Maybe this weekend they might pass it, who knows. But what's included in that is eliminating and ending the 30% federal tax credit that has been around for many, many, many years, that many thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people have taken advantage of, which means if they get solar installed on their house and they've purchased it, whether they pay cash or they finance it, if they have the federal tax liability to take advantage of the tax credit and take it in the fullness, that 30% of the cost of going solar would be covered and that they would receive it in the form of a tax credit. This was at risk of like reducing and going away a few years back, but President Trump at the time when he was president, he extended it, or at least let it go another year. Couple of years before it would sunset. And then during the Inflation Reduction Act that Biden and Congress passed, it included it and it extended it out another 10 years. So it was set to expire, I believe, in like 2031. Well, under this new budget reconciliation bill, big words or long words, tongue twister bill, the tax credit for people who purchase and want ownership of their solar system and solar, batteries and whatnot, that is at jeopardy. It is at risk of expiring and going away. So if you've been wanting to do this, like, no one can guarantee that that no one knows if it's going to pass or not. It hasn't passed yet. But if you want to get solar installed and get that tax credit, no one can guarantee that your system will be commissioned and turned on, like interconnected with your utility company in time. Like, if this passes, it needs to be done by December 31st, 2025, which is not that far away. So all that to be said, there's a sense of urgency of doing it now. Like, get your solar quote, sign the papers if you want to own your solar system. I'm not, if you guys have been watching my channel for long enough, I am not a high pressure person. Like, I am I want to educate and bring knowledge and like totally encourage and also provide people value so that they are empowered to make that decision. But I just want to light the fire underneath you that if you're considering purchasing or financing and wanting to own your solar system, which means, you have true energy resilience and independence, then you need to act now. Like, I think they're trying to get this bill passed by Memorial Day weekend, which is right around the corner, like in a couple days. We'll see if it happens. But if this passes, you have until December 31st, 2025 to have your system installed, inspected, commissioned, or interconnected with your utility company and then commissioned so it's generating power. All those things have to happen by December 31st, 2025, if this bill passes, and it's highly likely that it will. If you're not even thinking about financing or purchasing the system, but you want the benefit of solar, there are what we call TPOs, or third-party ownership, and that is not on the chopping block with this bill. So you can still benefit from solar by doing a solar lease or a solar power purchase agreement, and I can help you with that as well. But for the sake of this live stream and this video, you really, if you're wanting to purchase and have ownership, then you really need to do this now. And I will make myself available this weekend to help as many homeowners that want to purchase it do this. And so you're going to need to collect. And this is not just for Californians, because most of my clients are in California, but this is for the nation. So my installer partner, they install in 35 states. It was 36, but they're no longer installing in Idaho. But for the rest of the country, most of the East Coast, the West Coast, and the southern states, it's the middle of America that they're not quite all in yet. But if you are wanting a solar, to go solar and make this decision, I will help as many of you as possible this weekend go solar. I am going on a hike. I am going on a hike on Monday morning, so I won't be able to help you then. But my kids don't have baseball. It's totally open, but I will make myself available to help you sign everything you need to sign and get these projects in. And I would say if you know you need a main panel upgrade, I would not recommend going this route, because it's likely that the main panel upgrade would not happen, especially if it's underground. The utility gets involved and they don't care whether your system gets turned on by December 31st if this bill passes. So I will help you get solar, whether you finance it or pay cash. And I will make sure you get an amazing deal just to get this going for you and your home and getting it all done. If you come to me on June 1st, no one can guarantee you. You're going to have to sign disclosures and everything. We'll try our darndest, but you're at risk of, if this bill passes, you're at risk of not being eligible for the tax credit if they do away with it. So share this video out to as many people as you know that have been thinking about getting solar or considering it, or it's a project to do down the road. Like, do it now if you ever thought you would want to purchase it and take advantage of that tax credit. And I will make sure to do everything I can to get that all taken care of for you in terms of, again, installation, inspections, interconnection with utility, and getting it all commissioned and turned on by the end of the year. After June 1st, it's going to be every day that passes is going to be more challenging to meet that deadline. And my installer you're just going to have to sign disclosures, and that they're going to do everything that they can, but we can't guarantee anything. So go to my website. My website is in the description below. Make sure you get all of your utility bills for the last 12 months. If you live in California, in PG&E, SDGE, SCE, download one utility bill if you can, and your interval data, which is your green button interval data, and you want to do it for an entire year because you need solar and batteries, and we need to make sure you get set up properly. So there's that. And you can go to my website and upload all of those things and fill out the form and set up an appointment with me on my calendar. And let's do this as quickly. And I'm going to make my Sunday calendar available. Right now it's turned off, but I will make it available for the people who are serious about getting solar and getting it done before the end of the year. So there's that. So anyways, that's all for this video. Do it now if you've ever thought about it and you know you want to own your system, so we can get you installed and turned on by the end of the year. Fingers crossed. All right, I'm going to go pick up my son from baseball now. Have a great evening, and talk to you later. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.